Now, from across the tri-state, this is KHQA Sports.
Our lightning round coverage tonight begins in the Quad Cities, where the Quincy High Blue Devils could sew up at least a share of a Western Big Six soccer title with a win over Moline. Now, our friends in Moline didn't do us much of a favor in the way of highlights. Quincy High up 1-0 at this point. Alex Villanueva would touch off a 3-goal Moline uprise. Apparently, the guys from the Quad Cities thought this game was over. The Blue Devils would prove them wrong. 4 unanswered goals in this one, including 2 by Braden Oakes, and the Blue Devils get it done tonight, winning by the final count of 5-3. So the Blue Devils clinch at least a share of the title. Meanwhile, in America's hometown, history tonight, the search for Jack Bauman trying to top J.D. Dodd as the all-time career scoring leader for his program. Off to an early start, putting the Pirates up 1-0 here, and then it's Bauman again, and this is just some pretty stuff. You want to talk about deking a goalie, it gets no better than this. He's going to turn all the way around his Jack and just curl one in, bend it like Beckham, young man. He got all 3 tonight. Congratulations to Jack Bauman, the new career goal scoring leader in Hannibal High School history. He was assisted tonight ably as well by this guy, Corey Allensworth, punching one home. All kinds of goals tonight for the Pirates as they win in a blowout over Kirksville. 10-2 was your final. The news good as well for the Jacksonville Crimsons, who get back off a bit of a slump and knock off Decatur MacArthur tonight. 7-1 was your final there. Let's do some volleyball. Quincy High Hannibal going at it tonight in the pit. The Lady Raiders took the first set 25-15. Riley Hummert trying to do damage in set number 2. That kill put Q&D up 22-12. Back comes Hannibal in this one. Sydney Bennett and Shelby Nelson working hard in tandem for the block right there. Then Bennett would serve up an ace as well. Lauren Whelan, though, would just keep it going for the Hannibal Lady Pirates in this one in their comeback attempt. Unfortunately for them, Q&D just way too strong. Adriana Brown going to hit this one just enough in to make it 25-16 in the second game as the Lady Raiders get the win. Riley Hummert, 12 kills on the night for the Victors. Meanwhile, on the scoreboard tonight from the Central Tournament, Liberty knocks off Central 2-0. It was Central beating Rushville Industry by that same score. Unity over Macomb in straight games. Payson Seymour a 2-1 winner over Unity on the night. Payson Seymour also beating Western, and Southeastern staying undefeated with a win over Liberty, which means your semifinals tomorrow will be Southeastern taking on Unity and Payson Seymour taking on Liberty. Those games start at 4 and 5 o'clock. Championship highlights coming up tomorrow night between the winners on the big 10 o'clock show. Also tonight, in late fashion, Keokuk holds off a pair of set winners and beats West Hancock in a 5-set affair up in Keokuk tonight. 3-2 was your final. Beardstown making the trek to West Prairie, taking on the Crank Zone and the Auxiliary Crank Zone, and of course the Lady Cyclones. And the Lady Cyclones were vicious in game number 1. This, my friends, is Peyton Bowman starting things off and doing it right with a kill. She was plenty well assisted by Hannah Thompson, throwing down the thunder right there. More to come in this one. All of this now in support of Hunter Griffin, who is serving and serving well. Julie Shoemaker punches one in as well. More from Hannah Thompson. Number 12 tonight was lethal in this first game, which saw West Prairie win it 25-12. More from Thompson right there. Finally, how about some more right here? A little defense as well to come by Miss Julie Shoemaker with the beautiful block right there. Eventually, Madison Cowell gets her team out of the Hunter Griffith serving disaster, but just more to come from West Prairie as they were, as I told you, really good tonight. Pema Zellman going to come up with the highlight right here, and it was all West Prairie all the time, winning in straight games tonight, 25-12, 25-16. Coming on Wednesday, big showdown for West Prairie as they will host undefeated Southeastern. On the softball docket tonight, Monroe City knocks off Louisiana 9-1. Knox County gets a game-winning RBI from Madison Yoakum to beat Clark County 3-1 your final there. Scotland County too much for North Shelby, winning 8-4. Another big night from Dana Flanagan as she delivers a 2-hitter. Only one of the runs she surrendered was earned to South Shelby tonight as Highland gets the win 6-4. And Bowling Green continues to cruise. They beat up on Clopton 12-0 was your final there. Cross country, it was senior day today at Macomb. Lady Bombers and host men Bombers, if you will. Celebrating their seniors, a large crowd of them tonight. Early on in this one, on the girls' side of things, Carly Garnett off and running for Illini West as she finished in a time of 18:22:30, good for first place and medalist honors. Shortly behind her was Macomb's own Maya Stovall, who ends up with a very nice finish right there. Mariah Brody coming in third place tonight from Illini West in a time of 19:23. Just behind her, Miss Megan Adams of Minden Unity. And in sixth place from Q&D was Ella Barham. Q&D second on the girls' side as a team. Macomb third. On the boys' side today, this match, this race, this fun, all about Pittsfield's own Eli Tenike, the sophomore, running away from everybody, winning in a time of 16:01. The Macomb boys finished second as a team with a score of 53 behind Mercer County, which swept both the boys and girls titles. West Hancock on the boys' side finishes third with an 89. Finally on the scoreboard today, in golf, Central ends up beating Brown County today. Final count in that one sees Central with a 198 to pounce past Brown County's 255 on the golf side of things. Connor Bross, your medalist. And finally, one more for you. Culver Stockton losing at home tonight in women's college volleyball to Grandview in 5 sets. Hey, we've got plenty of goodness coming your way tomorrow, but right now we've got more news, and it comes up after this.
Don't miss Great River Road Harley-Davidson grand opening, September 25th.